I want to bring up this story just because it's in the realm of cancel culture and it's hilarious. So we have this once again from Bounding into Comics. Pro Tekken player Tanakana dropped from esports team after saying short men don't have human rights. Saying men under 170 centimeters in height don't deserve human rights, according to a report from Japanese news outlet Jcast. During a stream on February 15th, Tanakana declared that men who are under 170 centimeters, just over 5'5", don't have human rights, adding they should have bone lengthening surgery to compensate for their lack of height. I do think there are a lot of people who are deeply offended by that, but I think I hope she's joking, because if it is, it's actually a funny joke. But now she's canceled for saying it, right?
As a 5'5" individual, I'd like to say that I'm extremely offended by this, and I think that her cancellation is exactly she got exactly what she deserved. And I am not getting bone lengthening surgery unless the government offers to pay for it.
So, as a 6'4" individual, I do not identify with your problems.
You can't understand my lived experience. That's the problem.
Yes. My height privilege.
You're an oppressor. Yes. Don't you understand?
Oh, yeah.
And you're oppressing Brett. Yes.
See, I don't know when I'm going to finally get my due in the social hierarchy of identity politics, but I think being short means I'm not at the exact bottom as a straight white male, but I'm getting a little bit closer to the top by being under 5'6".
Now I will say, I think the issue is she was kind of joking, but in a more serious way. Like, it's one thing if the point of the joke is that you're mocking, like, there's the stories about Tinder where if a guy's list his height is under 6 feet, they never get responses. If you're mocking those people by saying it, and we know you're mocking the idea, it's a funny joke. But if she's actually saying, like, jokingly, she does think they deserve human rights, but she's insulting about it, that's kind of a dick move. You know what I mean?
Was she like streaming and she just said it to her followers while she was streaming? Because I could see, like, if you're just gaming and you're like, oh yeah, I hate these people. They should all die. You know what? Like, just joking, like, it just comes out as like a goofy little kid thing. But I don't know.
She's basically saying that a guy went to deliver her food and he like muttered and mumbled in front of her house, rang the doorbell, then asked her for a number. And she said, you know, she was scared because he knows where I live, so it's tough. I don't want them to start a fire or something and by acting coldly. He was short, maybe only 165 centimeters, she continued. If he was tall and muscular, I might have given him my contact information. Isn't that amazing?
It's a rough life, man.
Yeah, rough life.
She wasn't insulted by being hit on. She was insulted by being hit on by a short guy.
Exactly. Now imagine if it was a guy on stream. Now, mind you, she's gotten the boot, right? So, hey, at least there's some consistency there. Because I would say if there was a dude and he was saying that, like, a woman delivered his food and she was morbidly obese, and, you know, she asked him for his number and he was like, oh, get out of here. Yeah, he'd be banned instantly. They'd be like, you're fat shaming and all that stuff. I actually think it's funny. I wouldn't have expected her to get any penalty for mocking short dudes like that.
I'm actually surprised this is a story at all.
Yeah,
I really am.
That she got booted off her team?
Yeah, I'm surprised that anybody cared.
Really? I mean, getting a pro player getting kicked off a team, I mean, is...
She probably had a very expensive salary that they needed to get rid of.
That's true.
They found their reason. They're like, short guys, really? Is that really a reason to get rid of her? They're like, it'll have to do.
But hold on. This is the secret that people need to understand. When we often hear about cancellations, what we're really hearing about is a company trying to break a contract that they can't break.
Yeah, exactly.
But they have morality clauses saying if you shock or offend, we can terminate your contract immediately, and this is what you get.